and welcome to the AI guide for teachers and students. There are three things I want to talk about in this video. First of all, I want to say a very big thank you to you for purchasing this course. Okay, and I believe that by the time you will go through the course from the beginning to the end and implement all you're going to be taught, you will, at the end, you will get value. You'll be glad you did. Okay, so that being said, let's move on. So secondly, I want to put this out to us that this course that is meant for teachers and students is meant for teachers and students, and these are the people that these are the main people that I have in mind while creating this course, and as such it shouldn't be distributed to anybody, like third parties. Whoever that is buying it, know that you are buying it for yourself, or as a parent you are buying it for your children to use. It shouldn't be distributed outside that cycle. It shouldn't be distributed to third party. If as a parent you bought the course, you can share it with your child or your children, but you shouldn't share it to your colleagues or to your friends. It's not allowed. So please do not share it to third parties. That's what I mean by third parties. Do not distribute it to third parties. Okay, thank you for your understanding. Then lastly, as you can see, there is this is a file that I attach in the course. Okay, let me just briefly explain, do a rundown of what the file contains. Now we have the first one here. Says AI guide for teachers. Okay, and at the beginning it says 400 plus ChatGPT, Bing, Lexica prompts for prompt examples and templates for teachers. Okay, now prompts, like I said, or you're going to be learning in the course of the program, they are instruction that is being given to to AI softwares to help us produce a certain result. Okay, and the result that you're going to produce is based on what you give to them. So these prompts are the instruction that you will need to type in for them to give us what we want. So number one here says write a lesson plan for teaching students how to write a persuasive essay, especially for our English teachers. Okay, so you can copy it and paste it in ChatGPT to give you the answer of what you're looking for. Then secondly, you can also modify it. Let me pick one. Number 13 say how can I use technology to enhance my teaching? Okay, how can I use technology to enhance my teaching? Now if this is not what you're looking for, maybe you want to say how can I use technology to improve the way I teach. It's still the same thing. But what I'm trying to say here is that, or you can say, how instead of using the word technology, you can write, okay, or list 5 ways I can use technology to enhance my teaching. Can you see that it's almost the same thing, but a bit different? So you can modify to suit what you want. Okay, so this is just like guideline. You copy them, paste it in your ChatGPT, then modify it to get what you want. So these are the prompts, and at some point I started sectioning them section by section. This is for mathematics, basic maths. Now these basic maths here is you just like you can see they are small. They are just few in the basic maths, the algebra, geometry, and the rest of them. This is not all. This is just like a guideline to tell you that there are other things you can do with it. Okay, so what it simply means that if you see a question like in this 126, it says what is the vertex of the parabola given by y equal to this and that. So this is just giving you an idea of questions you can ask in this AI tool. So it goes on and on. Then we'll go to the point where they say ChatGPT prompt for chemistry teachers, like that. It goes on and on. Now we're down to random ChatGPT prompt for story titles for nursery pupils. Now these are for teachers that are in the nursery classes. At some point you want to tell stories to your children. With this AI prompt, you can pick one of them and generate stories and tell your children. Okay. Also have ChatGPT prompt for story titles, not for nursery pupils that teach moral lesson. Okay, so the first one says the tortoise and the hare, slow and steady wins the race. So you can generate a different version of that same topic and share with your children. So that is it. That is that. Then we also have other ones. You can see so many of them. You can see so many of them. You can see. Then I went ahead to generate. This one says, let me see. This one here says Bing/Lexica prompt for biology lab equipment. So some student or in some school they have never even seen some of these lab tools before. Okay, so you can generate the image using either Bing or Lexica. I explained this too in our video, using either of them and show to your children what it means, either in your phone or in your laptop, and it will be glad for learning something great that day. Okay, so these are all of them. We have for I did for biology lab, chemistry lab, physics, computer laboratory, music lab, um, catering and craft practices lab, and the rest of them. Okay, then the magic tools for every teacher. Now this magic tool, these are not all. I think we have about 2 4 6 8, about 8. Yeah, there's still more. Maybe by the time you click on the link, it takes you to where the video is. You can watch it. The magic tool is also one of the tools used in generating lesson plan, which I explained, and you also get other knowledge while watching these other videos that are attached to it. Okay, so then we also have 46 ChatGPT alternatives tool for education. So these are not all the tools. The one I've explained, they are not all. There are still many more. So ChatGPT is not the only tool that we have. Okay, they will have lesson plan generator. These are some of them. So you can see we have for Bing image, Canva, and the rest of them. They will have for video. We have for presentation. They will have quiz generator, and so many, and so on and so on. Then you have AI too across curriculum. So you can just look at them and use it to utilize them for your own benefit. And then you have AI guide for students. Now this is for the student aspect. Say student AI tutors. So these are the ones that I handpicked, that I know that are good and that are free to an extent that students can use to enhance their study. Okay, so we have the Afrom Alpha, we have the concept. I explained all of this in the video. Interactive mathematics, ChatGPT, Alva, Einstein, Tiny App AI, and the rest of them. Then we have the WIAC resource material, WIAC e-learning platform. So many students don't know about it. So in the video, you'll see how I went about explaining that and how you can get questions. Then we'll have the myschool.ng. I also explained their app in detail. Text Driller did the same thing. Then you can see a link. I put a link here. By the time you click on this link from your phone, it will communicate to you. That is, if you need the activation key for this My School app and the Text Driller. So either one you want, you click on the link and it will direct you to me. Then I can help you on getting it. Okay, though it's not free. It's not free for the activation key is not free. I'm licensed to the both of the app, the activation key, so I can help you to get it. Then we'll have the passnownow.com. I think that was one of the websites that in the process of checking it, it wasn't going through. It wasn't going through as of the time that we checked them out. It wasn't going through. Then lastly, we have for teachers and students, we have over 10,000 free online courses with certificates from world top universities on professionals, world top university professionals. So this one here is for both students and teachers. You gain access to thousands of